Hey folks, I'm Fillerby. Welcome back to Stellaris and welcome to the new DLC, the Paragon DLC. It looks super fun. It's focused on leaders and we're going to start a new series on the channel looking at this particular DLC. And what is this new series going to be about? Well, let's take a look. We're starting with the new origin. So the DLC comes with one new origin called Under One Rule. And we're going to play through that as the Order of the Bright Ones, a theocratic dictatorship with our ruler Phoenix here, looking very pretty in gold. And we are the race called the Cyrene, and we'll go over the different traits and stuff, but let's read through this origin first. So our civilization has always been prone to conflict. Empires and kingdoms rose, but never lasted, always collapsing under the pressure of internal strife. This culture of polarization climaxed when our world was consumed by war. Amidst chaos, a leader emerged. The Blessed One, Phoenix, managed to assemble a gathering of followers who were drawn to their selfishness, charisma, and authority. Finally, someone was poised to unite us. Unification was a long and painful process, but one after another, the warring factions eventually surrendered and fell in line, cowed by the Blessed One's promise of a future amongst the stars. For the first time in centuries, we have peace, but under the surface, the scars of an old grievance run deep. As you can see here, we had our leader, who's the great uniter of our world, and hopefully he can, or they can, continue them out into the universe. So what we are here? Well, we're fanatic spiritualists, which give us monthly unity increase and a reduction in the cost and upkeep of edicts. And we are a minor in authoritarianism, which allows a stratified economy if we want to. We can enslave aliens, which is wonderful. We cannot use democratic government forms, which is okay. And our empire modifier is monthly influence of 0.5 and worker pop revised output of 5%. We can also build temples and cannot use full AI rights, which that's just fine. We'll have slaves for that instead. So the civics I've chosen, I've picked both the new civics for this DLC. I think these are the only two new civics related to leaders, so let's take a look at them. We took Vault of Knowledge, so the knowledge, principles, and experiences of exceptional people are digitized and accumulated in the Vaults of Knowledge. Citizens can access sources of wisdom and experience to learn from the ghosts of the past. So the effects is leaders start at +1 level, which is awesome. You can build the unique Vaults of Knowledge building, which produces unity and increases leader experience gain based on destiny traits acquired. And effective counselor skill is +1, so we'll look at council in a minute. And allows the unlocking of council position keeper of the vaults. So the base game, and this is without the DLC as well, so the 3.8 patch includes this council function as well. You set up a council where your ruler is one member of the council, and in the non-DLC version, there are 2 other positions that are included as well, which I believe is the head of research, whatever title name your various faction gives that. So the theocratic dictatorship may have a different title than, let's say, a democracy or whatnot, or a corporation, for instance. And then the other side, I believe, is your head of the military. I'm not 100% sure. We'll take a look and we'll see for sure. But with the DLC, it opens up more council positions that you can unlock by having different things going on in your empire, including civic backgrounds. I think tech is part of it, among other things. And we'll explore that as we play through the game. So not a huge jip for not having the DLC. You still get the council stuff. You just don't get the bonus flavor of council, which I think is a fair trade. And so we get this 4th position on our council now, on top of the other 3 I just mentioned, which is the keeper of the vaults. So their particular skill level on the council will give us leader upkeep reduction and leader cost reduction, which is pretty cool. And scientists can go into that position, so it's another science position. Now, related to this is the heroic past, which I think fits nicely with the origin and even the Vaults of Knowledge, and that is the legendary heroes of the past inspire civilizations, young people to achieve the extraordinary. Role models, government officials are expected to embody in these ideals. So the sort of role-playing story background of this race, I was thinking was like Greek city-states kind of feel, where all these little tiny warring city-states could never agree to support each other, had many shifting alliances in the past. If you look past it, was an utter mess. And only under great threat did they unite under a common cause, like when the Persians invaded, for instance, or when Alexander the Great conquered them by force. And it only wasn't until later that the Greeks coalesced into a single sort of identity. But before that, there were many little identities of city-states, constantly warring with each other, constantly having different ideas of what a government should look like, and so on and so forth. So I figured that was like our past, which is why it was so warish and chaotic in the past, and we never were able to really gel together until one leader came along to gel all these little micro-states together and on our world. And so the heroic past would produce a lot of heroes from these states, as they did in the Greek states. And so I think this would be a good pick. And so the effects of this is the leader's starting trait is +1. That's cool. Pairs well with our leaders already starting at a higher level. And increased maximum negative traits is -1. So negative traits have a percent chance or likelihood of appearing on your leaders now, and that can be shrunk based on various things in the game, whether it would be, I think text will do it, I believe this background will do it, perhaps maybe genetic traits will do it, I'm not sure. But certainly this particular heroic past does. And then allows the unlocking of another council position, the Grand Storyteller. So the Empire, their skill affects it, so it increases government ethics attraction, so that would be towards authoritarianism and spiritualism, and increases leader experience gain of 2%. And it's available for admirals, governors, generals, and scientists, which are the 4 leader types, except for ruler, that you can have. So very cool. So I figured this heroic past with all these sort of mythical leaders of our society, just like the Greek mythical past, where you think of great leaders like them, like Agamemnon and Hercules and whoever else might be there, Jason and the Argonauts, all that, whatever, Helen and the Battle of Troy with Achilles and all that stuff, all those great stories with great heroes, right? That would be part of our past, and we can have these vaults of knowledge where we store these stories, and we use that to increase the effectiveness of our empire, right? So we have the Cyrene. We are a tropical preference. I figured why not? I haven't played in a tropical world yet in these playthroughs. We started with Perfected Genes, which is leader lifespan +25 and unit experience gain -15. Millennia of eugenics and wars have led to the creation of extremely resilient species. This is part of the Under One Rule origin. We are charismatic. I figure that would be good, so amenity jobs give us more stuff. Jobs with amenities give us more amenities, which is cool, so you can have less people working in amenities. But we are also slow breeders. I think that's fine. I thought about taking something like the unruly trait or something like that, but I wasn't sure what to do, so I just picked this one because I figured it was good enough. So let's begin, and we immediately have this thing here, available leader traits for all our leaders. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. Let's select some tech first. Early on, I don't think I need fusion. This is too early, so I guess we get the tech on tech. Pop growth is probably good to offset our pop growth, so it'll bring us back to neutral. And then all of these are not great. Build speed and build cost for Corvettes, maybe? It's only a 5% decrease. It's not really all that worth it. Afterburners are really good in these new patches since 3.6, I think, was the patch where they introduced frigates. So maybe we'll get into that. We don't need it right away. So let's do research on research again. And if this was, we did have research on research in here, but the pop growth speed is so important to our race to offset the negative that I think we should just have that right away. Oh, what's this? So our governor here, head of research is here. Oh yeah, oh look, yeah. So they changed this. I remember reading this. There are no longer 3 scientists in your science pool. Whoops. And you just have a head of research here who affects all of these at the same time. And so we have a +6 all across the board coming from our head of research. Our head of research is really good at anomaly speed, so maybe we should switch this person out, and we can give them a new trait. So maybe we'll take a look at that in a second. Let's take a look at our science ship. Is this our head of research? They are. Okay, then they're also on council. I gotcha. Okay, we'll think about that. Construction ship doesn't have anything, and so let's take a look at our leader screen here. These are all our leaders. We have one governor who's got homesteader, gives more food, and planetic effects gives more trade value for trader. Cool. We'll take a look at our leader in a second. Head of research you already saw has got the science trait. We got a minister of defense, which is another council position. So they have ship fire rate, which is excellent, and monthly minerals. Cool. And then we got some recruitable leaders here in our pool that we can get, and they cost 137 unity and 4 upkeep. Cool, and you can see there's negative traits here as well. Yeah, lots of neat stuff in here. Some admirals, some generals in here, some scientists. Getting another scientist, be our head of research, could be probably good. Food, survey speed. Ooh, another lifespan one. Mining rushing. Cool. And then our leader has the Luminary Destiny trait. Gives our lifespan a plus 40 years. So it's already on the plus 25 we get from our race, so that'll be plus 65 years on the regular lifespan. So we're living up to like 150 to 180 years old-ish. Commanding Presence, that's the one I picked at the beginning. It allows me to pick one. So this gives us available envoys plus 1. Loyalty from subjects, I plan on doing subjects in this game, plus 1, and diplomatic acceptance plus 5, which is really cool beans because you can get people to be your subjects pretty quick. And Empire effects as Counselor, ship upkeep minus 5, and army upkeep minus 10 because of logistics understanding. Cool. Let's pick some new traits. Let's pick one for our leader. We could upgrade Commanding Presence to level 2. Ooh. We don't need the loyalty from subjects yet. But diplomatic acceptance, very cool. Reformer gives me more unity and government's ethics attraction, sounds good. Or unified focus gives me more unity from jobs. Let's think about that, we'll come back to them. Let's see what our scientists can do. This gives me more minerals from jobs, and this gives me more unity. Of just flat plus 3, whereas 2.5% from jobs. This sounds more useful than this. Let's do mining rush. Okay. Well, and there's a new what do you call it? Notification system where the notifications that don't matter so much don't get spammed across the top here. They pop down a little pop-up bar that time out and they go away. So like a leader gaining a level, not such a huge deal. You don't need to have that here. I think that'll help clean up some of the clog that was up here. Minister of Defense, what do you have? You can have private mines, which makes even more mining out of it. Or you can get aggressive level 2. Ship fire rate. No, I like ship fire rate. Let's do that. There we go. Our governor. So you could have trader level 2 or homesteader level 2. This will give me more food and this will give me more trade value. Again, these percent ones seem better than the flat ones. Do they not? Yeah, our trade is already 24.3, so if we increased it by 25%, that would be a quarter of that, which is 8. No, which is 6. I I can do math. I can do math. It's 6. So this will give us 6 extra money or 8 food. But this 8 food is just flat, right? Yeah. And I guess it might get changed by other things going on, but this just seems better. I'm going to do this. Trader. Just seems better. Then we'll pick one for our leader. I really like commanding presence. Unity increase is very good. 5% more unity would be nice. That would give me 2.5% or 2.5 unity. Just not a huge increase now, but as this number increases, that will increase as well. So at 1,000 unity per turn per month, that would give us 50. Is that right? 100 would be 5. Yeah, 50. I don't know. That's super good. 50 is not huge. Unity from jobs might be better, but right now there isn't a ton of Unity jobs in the Empire. From jobs, it's 41. 10% from that would be 4, which is actually more than Reformer. Or this, which could mean diplomatic acceptance plus 10. I'm going to hold on to this. I'm sure we'll get another level up, and I'll get it in the future. I'm going to get unified focus, and it makes sense for the background anyhow. Go to the RP background. Awesome. So that's all done. Let's close that up. Let's grab our construction ship, and let's pick something to construct. Is there a really good mining thing here? There is up here. Good. Please. Please mine, please. Oh, that one's already done. This one is not. Sure. Get that going. And our science ship, I'd like you to start exploring, please. Now, where are we? I picked the Bard. Oh, what was it called again? The Bard. There's a constellation that I don't remember. Bard something. Looks like we got a 2-spring spiral here, and we're somewhere in the middle, which is not wonderful. There isn't a lot of space on this side. So I guess we're okay. Let's check out this trinary star system, and then over here, we'll check that out. I really do want to build another ship, but I don't have the science to bump that up yet. And one thing that's new in this is that you can't build like 20 science ships anymore and put a scientist on all of them because you have a science leader cap right here. So you can see we can have 6 leaders, and currently we have 4. I don't know what 3 means there. Well, it must be the available envoys. Okay. We can have 6 leaders. Looks like envoys don't count as leaders, which is fine for me. Although, you know, I think they should. Because then they could level up and be better at their jobs, but maybe that'll be in future expansion. In any case, so exceeding your leader capacity will increase severe penalties on upkeep and experience gain for your leaders. Leader capacity can be increased by unlocking certain traditions, technologies, and by reforming your government authority. And we'll talk about traditions when we get to picking a tradition, but there are new traditions based on leaders, which you may get. So we can have 2 more leaders. So I can have maybe 1 more science ship, maybe 2 more science ships, we'll see. Definitely at least 1 more, but I'm going to need a little bit of unity to get there, so I'm going to hold off building the science ship to begin with, in case I want to use the stuff for something else. We got a little fleet here with our general in charge. Let's see what our capital is building. Nothing at the moment. We do have the Vaults of Knowledge here, which you can see is giving me 6 unity because of our Fanatic Spiritualist buffing it. And gives us more leadership experience gain of +1. We also have a temple, which is producing more unity and amenities. Of course, we got the researchers and another temple. It looks like a nice setup. 18 size planet. Sounds cool. Any features? Yeah, I got some features to get rid of, but I gotta save up money for that. I think one of these gives me pop. Yeah, 1 pop is created, lacking 200, yeah. This one gives me more generator districts, and this one gives me more generator districts, yeah. So it's this one I want to get away. The sprawling slums give me more pop right away. Sounds wonderful. Just exploring the thing here. There's new stuff I want to look at. Alright, so government. This is the new council. Let's take a look here. Those are government ethics on the side. We have the Blessed One, the head of research, which is our friend over here that we looked at. And our Minister of Defense on this side. And you can see their personal ethics. They're both authoritarian. And he's 30. And he's 25. Love it. He's an admiral and a scientist. You can tell by the thing at the top. Then, of course, me here as the Governator. And we have 2 more positions that I thought were unlocked, but apparently not. It looks like edicts are in here too. So we could do... We have information quarantine. We have 70, so we can do quite a bit. Last until cancels give me stability and government ethics attraction. Okay. Veneration of states give me priest output and spiritual ethics attraction. Let's do that. Why can't I do this? It gives me more star bases. Why can't I click this button? Oh, I might need more unity? Yeah, I need unity to turn it on. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why my other positions are not here. Complete the agenda, expand the council. Okay. They don't have any factions. Looks like the factions are in here as well. And policies and edicts are in here as well. Okay, that'll make them easier to find because they were kind of in weird spots before. And it really clogged up the stuff over here. Society management is still where the relics are, which I find unfortunate. So I always forget they're here. There's our tech tree. There's the leader tree. Our species looks the same. Planets and sectors looks the same. Yeah, it looks the same. Fleet management. Yeah, they updated this too. This looks different now, as you can see. So it was easier to create fleets. Alright. And the ship designer is gone? Is gone. It's here. Excellent. Oh, this is so much better that these are right next to each other. Love it. Alright, so early on I want to flip this. So we're going to create our own. So I want to not auto-generate. We'll auto-upgrade. We'll design a new Corvette. I want an interceptor, please. I want lasers. The reason you want lasers to immediately begin is because space monsters, which are the things you really fight right away, are all, mostly are all susceptible to laser damage. I gotta have a good name for this. So let's name it after... Oh, I don't know, what should we name it after? Heroes? Mythical heroes in our world? That could be a good name. Or gods in our world? That could be a good name too. Or demigods? Somebody like Hercules would be a demigod. I like that as well. I can name it after birds. The peacock class, and the emu class, and the bird of paradise, or whatever. Cockatoo. Penguin. I'll have to think about that. I like the heroes idea. I'm gonna have to make a list of heroes to reference, because I want them to be diverse. Not just Greek heroes. Like Roman heroes, and Aztec heroes, and heroes from Chinese mythology, and so on. Sure. Let's name it after heroes. Let's just look up the spelling of this. I'm going to call it Achilles, but I don't remember how to spell Achilles. There it is. That's Achilles. Achilles. There we go. We'll call it the Achilles class Corvette. That looks good. That looks good. This is slightly changed, and I like the way it looks. Autocomplete, I don't need anything else. I don't need clear design. Ship roll is fine. Do you want to auto upgrade this? Save. Okay. Let's get rid of the Dark Crest Aptrix, which I don't like the name. It's hard to say. I'll have the Achilles class here. Super. Let's change you all to Achilles. It's going to cost 25, which is maybe a bit of a waste early on, but we'll still do it. And then maybe we'll actually unpause. Yeah, let's unpause. We'll see how things go. Now, there's some sort of story element attached to this origin. There usually is. So I wonder what's going to happen with this one. Are we going to get a research site or archaeological dig site? I don't know.
Vessels upgraded.
Perfect. Now our fleet is upgraded to lasers. See, I think this doesn't need to be like a permanent notification. I think it can be just a drop down here. Time pass a bit, and we'll see. When we get to it was 137. So why don't I build one more science ship here? Because we're just about at the point where I can hire another leader. And we'll get there. We'll also look to doing Map the Stars Edict, which is under Government Edict. Oh yeah, I don't have Map the Stars. I have Veneration of Saints, Information Quarantine, and Fortify the Border. Okay, we'll do Veneration of Saints. Cost 11, right? Yeah. I mean, I could do all three. Why don't I do that as well? And Fortify the Border? Sure. Because I have the capacity, right? So it's not going to cost me anything. So we'll do all that.
Construction complete.
Good, we got the mining station done. Do I have enough for the next station? Not quite. But I'll have you move over to, let's see, it's a science undergo. We need 100. Missing one. So next month. Let's grab our science ship. Let's see if we can get a new leader. Recruitable leaders. Here we go. Scientists. So there are 4 scientists that are ready to be recruited. Cost 137. So we got to be cognizant of that. We're going to hit our cap. And it's going to cost us unity per month, which I think old leaders did as well, but I don't think they cost us much per month. This one is Anomaly level 2, which would be really good for exploration and minerals. This is Food, Survey Speed, Leader Lifespan. This is Minerals and Leader Lifespan. No, I like Anomaly Speed. Let's grab that one. Yes. So now we have another leader. I'm here to serve your empire. Tell me what needs to be done. No problem. We'll grab you, and you're already level 2, right? Yeah, because we start off with that level 2 because of our background. Why don't I have you come here and survey this system and that system. Looks great. We'll come back in here, and we'll wait till the end of the month where I can hopefully get this going. There we go. We only have one more mining station to build here, which is to capture that. Oh, cool. To capture that energy. Anyhow, that takes us to the end of this first episode. This is a new series on the channel, so what really helps out a new series is liking and subscribing and leaving comments, so please do that if you feel so inclined. Really helps grow the channel, really helps get this thing on people's splash pages, and shows off the new DLC, which I think looks pretty neat. They certainly made a lot of cool changes to the game, and I really like the sort of leader and council stuff. Be back for the next episode, which will happen shortly, and we'll have this series run at the same time as my other Stellaris series going on, as well as other games on the channel. So stick around and watch them all, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.